same thing with Ukraine. As soon as they found out the Russians were coming, they gave everybody a gun.
Yeah, well, they ain't doing that. They ain't that bad there, apparently.
The Swiss is what
All I'm going to say on that to my YouTube friends is the whole thing going on in the Middle East is...
It's a mess.
I don't want anybody to die.
It's a mess.
You know?
Anyhow, here we are having fun.
Yeah.
That Big Brother was listening.
A lot worse things will happen in this world versus them shooting each other.
Could, well,
Like an asteroid attack.
We're not there.
Like an asteroid just falling out of the sky or something. You know?
We're not in the neighborhood that's affected yet. So.
Thankfully, yeah.
Our houses ain't made out of concrete and steel. So.
No.
Plywood, whatever.
Crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, here we go again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice, cool thing. Back turn with a trailer.
That's different.
Good job, nicely done.
I didn't hit anybody, so.
I don't think it's legal, but nicely done.
Nothing's legal anymore, you know that.
Yeah, well. Too much traffic.
Yeah.
He's going down the road, keeping an eye on stuff. Yep, Mom's got 20/20 in her left eye. Isn't that a hoot?
Yeah.
She's never had 20/20 in her left
Wow.
eye. Ever.
Not when she was a kid.
9 years old, she was wearing glasses.
Oh, yeah, that explains a few things.
Hmm?
Wow. You have to get all the way to your late 60s to get it.
70s. She's 70.
70. Well, there you go. That's just got to be a marvel for her. Like, ooh.
It's pretty scary, too, but...
Now she can see how terrible everything looks.
Well, yeah, probably, yeah. There is that.
One good thing they're moving stuff.
Yep, it's good to see stuff moving. Looks like we might be sitting here a while. Maybe we should have took the other road, but right now, this is where we're at. We're trying to be fast. Let's see. 10, 11 or so. Yeah, 17. So read it in the sun. 10, 12. Okay, so 10, 11 was correct. Okay. All right, folks. John would like to make the turn at some point here. 10, and we're not hearing much. The other day it was open somewhat, though. Talked to some guy in Oklahoma. Talked to some guy in 15, too, for that volunteers on the air thing.
W0AO portable.
KC0SW hold.
Repeat.
KC0ISW mobile.
Don't hear you in the radio now, so you guys headed up a take for running?
Yep.
QSL, KC0ISW, and EB0 Kilo Zulu heading north.
Thank you, as soon as you get here. W0AO.
I don't know which radio that was.
But I'm thinking it must have been that one because I was transmitting when it was making the noise.
Could have been. Haven't had a problem with that before, but could have been. Antennas are fairly close together. So.
Joyous.
Having fun again. Said the 9.7's happy.
Yep.
Something makes them mad. I wonder if it would be a lot happier if it didn't have that controller on front of it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, we just replaced it.
Yeah, rebuild. Heard they got 2 of the antennas fixed at the sub site. Yeah, replaced those with steel. Then the weather got less friendly for the other 2. So one thing at a time.
Is there internet going into that building?
Yeah, there's 2 doors. One on the east side, one on the west side. The west door is almost never open.
Yeah, I know.
Should be getting an insurance bill to pay with, what is it, right?
broke the way things are going, really. And with the auto strike going on, they ain't getting new parts for
They
anything.
had a strike up in Canada too, I guess.
Well, this whole auto workers strike is expanding daily. More and more people are striking. They want to try to force the entire industry to give them what they want, which ain't gonna happen. Yep. And the actor strike's going on.
No, they got it where the writers could show up.
Well, yeah, the writer's strike happened a couple years ago. They got that resolved.
Okay, so now
That's
it's just
the
the
actor
actor
strike
Just
that's
the actor
going on.
thing now.
Yeah. People that places that had scripts already done and other things,
Yeah.
those went into limited production. Of course, the reality shows they're not the same. So they're running. But yeah, all the normal shows that would normally be on in the fall. Nope. They said some in the movie industry are not gonna. Don't want to pay the actors the kind of stuff they want to pay them,
Well,
and they don't want to pay. They don't want to tell them that they're not going to create AI movies
Well, the actors are
because
making
they're
lots of
already
money.
doing. I've already seen some AI generated movies
Yeah,
using faces off of celebrities
they gotta
that
pay
they
for it.
take. Well, they don't want to.
No, they have to.
Well, they don't want to.
Well,
They might not.
they're supposed to.
Well, yeah, but the actor never showed up. So they use their faces and they use their voice that they've had in other movies or shows or whatever. They'll put this into AI.
fills
The
out
AI
the
will make a. I mean, they've already made short parodies off of some music videos using the voice of the actor
Right.
and the facial feature.
Right.
And of course, once you see some of these, you can't watch the originals anymore. They were showing some 80s songs they parodied with like Arnold Schwarzenegger singing,
Yeah.
and you can't. And they just take the face and the voice. And once you've seen that, you can't almost go back to watch the original stuff with the lady dancing with the lady's face from the 80s because it just looks weird.
Well,
Once you've seen it, you're scarred. It's like changed you.
I suppose.
I'm like, yeah. There's a few of them that are just like, wow. Okay. But they said this upcoming election thing with AI generated stuff and images and
Scary.
videos.
Yeah.
Oh, they can make the guys. They can make
Anybody.
They
do
can make
anything.
Biden look like he's the WWE wrestler, and it makes it look like he actually did it.
He did not do squat.
Well, of course not.
That's
He's
the
like
problem.
80 or something. Right? But yeah, with the AI generated stuff, they can create and make him say anything they want,
I suppose they can.
and it makes him look like he actually did it.
But we know he's not doing anything.
Obviously.
Okay. Here we are. Use that for an excuse to get out.
Yeah.
Get Mama out of the house. Let her see how good she can see.
I'll take 16th.
We can. You just have to be watching for me. No, we'll do it this way.
Well, you can go down that way and around down by the university there.
I kind of like going by the university, but I don't go there anymore. It's because I didn't stay there forever. I was not a professor. You got a whole bunch of trees planting there.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that going to affect us?
I don't know.
I don't think so. We know how to tie stuff on the trees.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
far side though.
Yeah, should be fine.
They're not on the main corridor.
Even if they are, we could work around.
Well, our stuff's always beyond the bridge anyhow, so that's farther over. So.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Minot keeps trying.
Yeah.
Does a lot of things right.
Yeah, they do a lot of things wrong.
That is true too. Yeah. No pension for their people. That doesn't work out good. You can't keep good people that way. You can't get good people that way. I wonder about the antenna on this thing sometimes.
Probably
10 meter.
Oh.
It's a small K40, and then I had to cut it down the tube to 10. Looked good on the meter, but we haven't heard much on it.
Yeah.
It said 10's there, and it's not.
Yeah. Picked up. I can either do that later today or tomorrow.
Did you call it in already?
Yeah, we called it this morning.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to go over there and pick up one of mine so I can see if yours is there or not.
Well, the funny thing is, they sent me a text message that says one of them is in. I'm like, they've never sent me a text message before.
They did that with one of my meds. I forget which one it was. They asked me if I wanted to renew it, and I said yes, and they did.
They've never done that before.
They did it only on one of my bills, not on.
Well, I was expecting it to be like the last time I called in meds, they would be a live operator there, and I was like,
no,
okay.
Usually not.
I just hope I put all of my ones in. I had them all laying out, but I wasn't sure if I was putting them all in or not. I think I did. The only one that had more than one prescription refill left on was my asthma med. I suppose I should have got on the ball with a month ago or something, but whatever.
Well, whatever.
But,
I don't know if I gotta bring
prescriptions won't.
I don't know if I need to bring your card with me or not.
Need to. Oh my goodness, my back is. Center of my back is like, my lower back's just like, even after I had the aspirin. It's gonna be one of those days, I have to assume.
Continue walking and not cross the street. Okay. I was concerned she was going to cross the street. Still working on the new Heartnet Hall rebuild to do.
Gotta make it look modern-ish.
Yep.
So attract all the students and people.
Yep.
If it looks old and depressive, nobody was gonna want to come here.
Well, it's not a bad school. It's just
No,
not a big
they
school.
gotta make it look, like it's worth coming.
You can get undergraduate degrees that are pretty good at almost in all kinds of disciplines here, and a few master's programs, but not a lot.
Yeah,
But,
with the cost of coming.
well,
unless you get the government to pay for it all, which they're trying to do.
Even then, it's you still end up paying. But yeah, when Jem was going to go back to school, I said, "Well, if you want to do that, I'll try to help you out." But she said, "That's a lot of money." I said, "Yeah." And then the lady told her, the advisor up there said, "You're probably not going to make any more money with this degree than you're making now."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, there's a sobering comment."
And then you got to realize you're in your 40s. They don't want to give those type of jobs people are in their 40s.
Well,
they give a job like that to
they
people
might
in
if
their
you
20s
had.
and 30s.
That might have been if you had 10 years experience in the field. They might.
Yeah.
Or say 10 or 15 years experience with the
Yeah.
degree. That might really be worth something. But it's hard to know. Stuff changes all the time, and
Oh God, yeah.
the way things are changing technology-wise.
I just realized to make me feel old again. Another one of these ways to make me feel old again. One of the teachers that I knew who started their first year at Magic City when I started when we were doing our senior year there, just retired.
Yep.
22 years on as a teacher.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, I remember you on your first day in school here as a teacher.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, 22 years has gone by. I'm like, oh, yeah.
And you had to go to college for a number of years.
Yeah, yeah, I know. And it's like, yeah, well, they're in their 50s now, so they're retiring
Yeah.
from teaching. I'm like,
Yep.
going, it hasn't been that long, has it? And I started looking at it, like, yeah, it's been 22 years since the start of our senior year. I'm like, it's like, it's been that long since we were starting our senior year in 2001. So 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, we weren't even 22 years old then. I mean, it's been longer now than how old we were when we were seniors.
Yeah.
That just messes with your mind too. Like you're going,
Well, when I turned 73 this year, I said if I make it 2 more years, that'll be 3/4 of a century. That's almost old.
I know.
Wow.
I was like, well, and you know what's the funny thing is, it seemed between my 9th grade and from my freshman year to my senior year, seemed like it took forever.
The time is
4 years seemed like it took forever.
Yeah.
But now when I think back, 4 years now, well, that's like 2019 to now.
Yep.
And that doesn't seem very long ago.
That's how long I've been retired.
And that's just that just freaks me.
Well, actually, I retired in 2020.
That just boggles my mind. I was like, wait, that hasn't been that long ago.
Well, I was talking with.
I was like, we went to Yellowstone in 2019.
I was talking to a guy from.
I'm like, that doesn't seem that long ago.
It was in
like,
Vietnam before I was, and we were talking about different things last night. And I said, for me, that's 53 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
When I was in Vietnam, I'm like, wow. And if you back that up,
messes with you too, doesn't it?
you back up another couple of years, like 55 years ago, I graduated high school. Well, shit, that's as long as some people live, or less, or more.
You're just 33 years older than I am.
Yeah, well,
At 73, so I'm like thinking 33 more years from now I'll be your age.
yeah, well,
Which is just, why does that make me feel weird?
well,
It's like, oh yeah, 33 years left, maybe.
no guarantees.
That
of
just
anything.
doesn't. That seems bad for some reason. I don't know why it feels. I don't know. It feels weird and bad.
It's
I don't
not
know.
weird or bad. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah. I guess I always thought, well, shit, I'll be getting out and doing all these stuff and doing all these things, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I seriously entertained going to wherever it was, South Carolina or whatever, for the Vietnam reunion, and I was like,
that would have been a trip. That would have been a trip.
it would have been a trip, but
in the van, it would have been a trip.
yeah, well, even
In the
van.
pilot, it would be a nightmare for me.
Yeah, well, it seemed like the right thing to do at the time. Everybody, until you started having trouble, thought it was fine.
Well, driving around town wasn't so bad at first.
Yeah. But I didn't realize you were putting your foot up underneath.
Yeah,
and
there
I
was
should
a lot of
have.
room,
And I should have, but I
and
didn't.
the knees didn't have a lot of room.
Yeah. So I hope it ends up being the right decision. I'm not sure that it was, but
If my ankles heal and I get in that thing and we drive around one time, and I come back and my ankles hurt again, that ain't gonna work well at all. I won't be ever going in that thing ever again.
that's not what the intent was. The intent was to get a newer, more reliable vehicle that'll do everything. Is what I was doing. Thought I was fixing stuff, not breaking stuff. Getting rid of the Jeep was probably a good idea, but Should we have kept the van? Maybe, but I just was afraid the doors were going to fall off.
Yeah.
Or it was going to, you know, we weren't going to get any more for it if we waited.
No.
If we'd have bought a newer van, would it have been as good? I don't know. That Honda van was a pretty good van.
Yeah.
And I liked it, but I was like, the doors were so complex. And lots of things on it were complex. Did it work good? Yeah, it worked pretty good. Cruised just fine. Good water over the dam.
We need to get in there and take some of the logs out of there. Things that talk about how you can help your back by using these special things. And I was like, yeah, I wish. Problem is they all say, well, if it's your lower back that's really messed up, then you can use the special thing you lay on, and you can lay in bed with this thing. And it would help help stretch out your back, the areas of your back that are frozen.
Okay.
So, like, the areas that are not really moving. It'll help stretch out, decompress, and stretch out those parts of your spine that haven't moved in 30, 40 years, or whatever now. And once they get working, they'll take stress off of the areas that are injured. Well, what happens if you have like one of the vertebrae is in the middle of your back that's messed up, and then your lower back is messed up? And I was like, I don't know.
Well, there wasn't anything they could do with my middle or upper back. That neurosurgeon said that.
Well, surgery is.
He said that.
Well, the thing is, the disc just over time, especially a lot of sitting, over time will just deplete the liquid that's in them. It's just natural. It's just what's going to happen.
Well, I think
there's nothing you can really do.
Sitting at Sykes and sitting at Delta didn't do my hips or back any good, but it sure did my knees a lot of good.
They said that either your spine starts to fuse up.
Yep.
Which can help pain lessen a bit.
In my case, it did on the upper.
Or he said there's the other thing is, eventually, all of us are going to need surgery at one point.
Could be.
As the disc continues to lose its cushion and liquid in it, eventually it's going to squeeze whatever's out onto the nerve so bad that you're going to have something done.
So
either to remove part of the thing that's nicking the nerve, or whatever.
Dean on the honor guard said he had his surgery in.
Well, it's just like, wow. watched a couple of those chiropractors and they talk about it and stuff. It's like all the pain pills and all the other pills they give you are to mask the injury.
Yep.
The injury is a mechanical issue.
Yep. Or a narrowing issue. It's putting pressure on the nerves.
Well,
like,
yeah, but it's a
mine
mechanical
is.
problem.
Yeah.
It's not a.
Yep.
It's not something that can be solved with a supplement or a. It's just now. He said some of the supplements can provide you with some relief.
Well, the painkillers by are
painkillers
specifically designed for nerve pain.
The nerve, yeah. They can repair some of the nerve issues with some of the pain or the supplements and stuff can help ease some of the pain, maybe repair some of the injuries to the nerve.
Yeah.
But if you're continuing to get, if you're continuing to have that thing strike up against the nerve all the time,
Hello.
yeah, it's going to run down your leg. It's going to be fire.
Yes, I know.
Or he says in extreme cases, the jelly, whatever stuff pops out to the nerve, could, in very rare cases, sever your nerve.
I don't think that sounds like a lot of fun.
No, you don't want that. As one guy says, you definitely do not want that to happen. So first off, you're going to be in so much agony and pain.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to walk.
Yep.
While that's happening. If it severs the nerve, you're going to be in a whole other world of pain.
Yep.
First off, you're going to lose any feeling down from that point of the breakdown, but the nerve from that point up to your brain is going to be in so much pain you wish you were dead.